Hey skiers, I'm Jeff from skiessentials.com. Up here at almost the tip top of Stowe. That's actually the actual top right there. And I've got the Bent 100 with me. I got Bob over there. We also got Emily and Matt. Bob's got the Bent 100 too. And I just wanted to do kind of like a shorter style review of these skis. We'll chat about them on the chairlift in a little bit. Do a few different things on them. The ski itself doesn't change, just gets this new graphic. But I always think it's nice to get a reminder of just how good this ski is and how versatile it can be and how it works for a bunch of different skiers. So we're gonna ski this stuff. It takes a little while to get down from up here, just trying to be safe. And then yeah, we'll meet you on the lift and we'll chat more about the Bent 100 in just a little bit.
Sweet.
Day skiers, pretty successful rock garden run, I'd say.
Lots of adventure, some nice sun, good snow.
Yep, and like I mentioned, we're both skiing the 2024 Bent 100. I thought it performed great up there.
Totally, you know, it's just kind of, for me, what the ski is designed for, like
Yep.
Playful, fun, adventure, some soft snow, some terrain, you know, it just kind of checks all those boxes.
Yeah, sometimes when I'm skiing like challenging stuff like that, where you're kind of forced to make certain turns, I kind of just wonder if I would prefer the 110.
Yeah.
But I think like the Horizon Tech in this ski does a good job like countering the amount of camber it has.
Right.
So even though there is really high camber and it is kind of like snappy, it doesn't feel catchy.
Yeah, and then for me at my weight, even on this 188, like I can,
Yeah.
my weight kind of pushes through that camber.
Right, so then
doesn't,
it's not even an issue at
No,
all.
nope.
Yeah. And I'm glad it has camber, because
Right.
I just, the rest of that run was just kind of ripping down Perry Merrill, making some GS Super G turns. And like, it's not the world's most powerful or strongest carving ski. It lacks a bit of torsional stiffness if you are really pushing it on firm snow, but that stuff it does great. And
Right.
that camber gives it a nice amount of kind of bounce out of the turn.
Yeah, for how kind of flexible it is, that camber really does help with the
Totally.
energy out of the turn and that pop.
Yeah, and I like the lower and lower we got on that trail, the more and more I trusted it.
Well, yeah, I mean, and then you're able to just like bend into that side cut more,
Right.
like the softer that snow gets. So
Exactly.
yeah, it's a huge advantage.
How do you feel about skiing some moguls?
I love skiing moguls.
All right, so we're gonna go have Bob ski some moguls, and then we'll meet you on a chairlift somewhere. We just got a little bit winded out on
Yeah.
our last attempt, but yeah, we'll see how Bob can do in some bumps.
Hopefully well.
Okay, Bob, Bent 100 mogul assessment, go.
I'm gonna give a lot of credit to the moguls on center line. Just beautiful lines, like early spring conditions. Like the bumps were great. I'm gonna just go ahead and say that.
Sure.
Yeah, like for a 100mm underfoot ski, like definitely pretty sweet in the bumps, like super quick.
Yep.
I always kind of talk about that Bent 90 as being my favorite bump ski, and I stick to that. But
I'm glad you brought that up, because I was going to ask, like, what difference do you feel going from 90 to 100?
this is a little bit more like side to side. Like I ski this
Sure.
more side to side, where I'll ski that bent a little more direct. Like
That
I'll
makes
try
sense.
to like push down more on the back sides, whereas on the 100 I'll kind of I'll be a little bit more pivoty
Swivel.
with my turns. Yeah. And like with that 90, it's just easier to kind of, you know, keep the feet glued and really kind of serpentine your way down the bumps. This one, just a little bit more of that lateral movement is needed, but overall, really, really awesome.
And would you say that translates to most woods applications around here?
I would, Jeff. I would say that's a very accurate transition. You know, it's just, you add that flotation in, and you know, it's super easy to make those quick subsequent turns. I mean, we're pretty well known for having some tight trees around here, so you got to make those tight turns, and that's where the quickness of this ski really comes in handy.
Emily, as a Mad River Glen freeride coach who skis bent 100s a lot, do you have any insights, anything that you'd like to add?
I mean, I can agree with Bob on both the Mogul and the trees experience on the bent 100s. I also just find them to be really like intuitive and predictable, but really playful. Like you can really kind of get a good feel on them pretty quickly, figure out how they want to be skied and have a lot of fun on them.
Sweet.
Yeah, great energy, but also good stability. Super fun at Mad River.
Awesome. Cool. So I feel like the last thing to do here is give them a run through the terrain park. We don't technically own these skis, so I'm gonna be nice and not slide any rails.
I don't think they'd ever notice, but I can support your decision.
I don't know if I'd be able to sleep tonight. I'd be thinking about it. But I'll try and just make this whole run like I'm in a park.
Yep.
Do some switch skiing, some little 180s, and then we'll go take an actual run through the park and hit a jump or something.
Sounds good.
Sweet.
All right, back on the chair, a little bit out of breath. Jeff just showed us how to do it in the park. Looked pretty good. I thought you were gonna do the rails, but I still respect your decision to keep it clean.
I tapped one.
Tapped one, that was pretty good.
Yeah.
But yeah, looks pretty fun, buttery, playful, good in the air. What do you think?
Yeah, it's great. Like, I ski that bent 90 in the park a fair amount, which is interesting because you were just talking about how you ski that in the bumps quite a bit.
Yeah.
Like, similar to that ski, if I was buying a ski specifically to use in the park, it wouldn't be my first choice because it is still a directional ski. Like, I probably have these at +5 right now, which, if memory serves me correctly, is about 2.5 centimeters back from true center.
Yeah.
Which, like, yeah, I would prefer being true center, but that said, it's really good.
Right.
Like, as a park ski, it's really good, and it kind of doesn't matter. Like, I just did 2 different 540s, and on certain directional skis, those tricks to me can feel really unbalanced.
Yeah.
Like, I did a Rodeo 5 on a Ranger 102 last year, and I remember it being like terrifying because it felt like the tip wasn't going to come around because there was so much more tip than tail, and I don't feel that at all on these. So really fun. And yeah, I got a little bit cut off on one of my 180 spots, but such just a playful, fun ski. It's like, it's such a cliche,
right?
But it's one of those, like, make them out in your playground skis, and it, like, I hate that term. I don't know why. I just, like, because I feel like you could say it for like everything, and it doesn't really, it's not like describing a specific attribute to a ski.
It depends on your definition of playground.
Correct.
Yeah.
But like, this is that ski.
Right.
I agree.
As much as I don't like saying that, like, if you like that idea, like. And what did you say earlier, Bob? You had a pretty profound statement, I thought.
Yeah, what did I say before the wind got us?
This was a modern freeride ski before modern freeride skis.
Before, like, they were labeled that. Yeah, you know, it's just like, it came out and it's like, cool, like a wide, fun, surfy twin tip. We didn't really know what to call it.
Right.
You know, it's amazing how long this thing's been around for.
With no changes.
With no changes, you know, only the art, which is, you know, really cool. That's a cool story, but yeah, for it to exist for all these years without structural changes, I think is really impressive.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yep.
And it definitely, like, inspired a whole bunch of other skis that have come since.
Yeah, it's great too that now, like, the bent is like a line within the brand.
Yeah.
You know, it's definitely ascended to that spot.
Yeah. Yep. So yeah, great skis. Emily, anything that you want to share?
Closing thoughts?
You know, I have to agree with that statement though, to make the whole mountain your playground. I really like stand by that with those skis, because when I want one ski to take out on a given day and be able to do a little bit of everything and have fun and, you know, hit side hits and then get to the bumps, but go in the park, like they can do all of that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's really impressive and awesome to have it as a one ski quiver. Really.
And I guess a little wind picking up here, but a fun closing thought. I'm skiing the 180, 510, 160. Emily, you ski the 172, correct? Yep. You're 5'3", 110.
Yep.
And Bob, you're skiing the 188 at 6'2", 225.
Yep.
Twice, you're two Emilys.
Yeah. I know, I'm jealous. I'm jealous of the weight.
But no, I thought that was interesting.
Yeah.
That we all ski a different length.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So we got one more run here. Let us know if you have any questions about the Atomic Bent 100. Continues to be a great ski. And yeah.
See you out here.
Sweet.